Welcome back, everybody. Got a great video for you today. You get to see the bathroom finished, finalized. How the heck did I get that countertop to float in the air like a magic trick while you pull out the cabinet to access the pump? Got a lot of great videos coming up in the next month. I've got a customer who wants to raise the rent by $500. That's a pretty steep increase. They're putting it up to me to make the place pretty enough so that they can get somebody to pay a ton of money to rent a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,000 square foot condo where one of the bedrooms is the basement. Make sure you're subscribed, click the bell so you're notified. So in the last video, I believe it was the last video, it's been a while, saw me build this countertop, or they call it fabricating. I fabricated a countertop out of a piece of quartz. I purchased the quartz from a back alley countertop manufacturer. Found them on Craigslist, went down to a not so good part of town and got them to cut me a section out of one of their remnants. Before we jump into what it looks like, how it's finished, we're going to hear a little bit about today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Athletic Greens. So a lot of you know I am self-employed. I don't get any paid days off, I don't get paid sick leave, and I have to show up every single day. AG1 is a nutritional drink that I drink every morning. It has 75 different ingredients, including vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. It's more than just a greens powder. It's your daily multivitamin, it's your daily multi-mineral, pre and probiotic, immunity support, and more. So since I have a very demanding job, I do physical labor all day long, and then I get home and do mental labor all night long. My days often go from 6 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. Maintaining energy and mental clarity has been easier with AG1. AG1 has energy supporting ingredients. It has a natural form of B12, never synthetic, biotin, bioavailable folate, and magnesium. AG1 gives you the necessary vitamins and minerals to support your immune system. It's easy to incorporate this into your daily routine. All you do is take 1 scoop of AG1, 8 ounces of water every day. Go to athleticgreens.com/thehandyman to get started on your order. Athletic Greens is going to give my community a free year's supply of immune-supporting D3 plus K12 and 5 free travel packets with your first purchase. Just wanted to give everybody a quick shot of this before I put the cabinet back in, how this works. 4 screws and a screwdriver is all you need to pull the cabinet out, and then there's 2 more screws that hold that lid on, and then you can get access to the pump. Well, as I was saying, it worked out a lot better than I anticipated. Give you a quick shot of how this is supported. Got 1 block right there, got another block right there, and another block right there. Got the water all hooked up, drain lines all hooked up. Everything works as it should. Now, that pump won't kick on. You know, you'd have to run this for several minutes for that pump to kick on, but pump's running right now. You can barely hear it over the sink. You got plenty of room to get into the toilet. Put this up for you. So you got tons of access here. If you needed to replace your float valve or any of the insides of this, you can easily get them out. You can easily remove the tank and the toilet. There's lots of room under here to lift the toilet up and out over the bolts that hold it to the floor. So one of the main components that made this bathroom so doable and budget friendly was that Sani grind pump. Sani pump. I'll put a link down in the description to where I bought it on Amazon. There are some more traditional ways to get a bathroom in a house where the main line, the main drain line, is above the floor. That's a problem in a lot of older houses where the main line is not beneath the slab in the basement. It's about waist high. And what you got to do is you got to pump all that water up and into the main line so it flows out to the street and out to the sewage treatment plant. If you go back several videos, you'll find out why I didn't choose to use that more traditional big giant pit in the basement and another grinder pump to transfer the waste and water up and over to the main line. Now this Sandy-Grind is a pretty serious pump. When you flush the toilet, it takes less than 4 seconds to pump it out. So it's only on for a few seconds every time you flush the toilet. When you're taking a shower, it runs every few minutes. You don't even hear it. Don't even know it's there. It saves a ton of time, it saves a ton of money, and it works. Now one thing that it will not grind up and shoot out to the main line is nails. I know that firsthand because 2 weeks after this was installed, I got a call. And they said, "Handyman, hey, something's wrong. We're hearing a little bit of a buzzing sound from this pump. Pump isn't pumping." I said, "Okay, well just unplug it and I'll be right there." I didn't grab the camera. I grabbed my tools and ran right over there. And was kind of panic mode because this is my first experience with this type of pump. I'm trying to figure out what the heck could be wrong with this thing. Luckily it wasn't a number 2 when they had flushed. It was just a number 1. And when I got there, I undid the clamps to pull the lid off. It was still clean because it was only been in use for 2 weeks. And what I found was a nail. A nail jammed up in the teeth of the grinder portion of that pump. Let me tell you, I was surprised. The blades on that pump were super thick, very sharp, not enough to go through a nail. Now you're probably wondering, where the heck did that nail come from? It was my fault that a nail went down the toilet pipe. During construction, I had to do my underfloor plumbing, but was still working on the ceiling, adding bracing, removing a lot of things, and one nail went right down the toilet pipe. And it took 2 weeks for it to flutter around inside the tank and get sucked up into the teeth. So now I know how to maintain them, I know how to pull them apart, and it's nothing to be intimidated by. Seems pretty easy. I did use my cordless DeWalt shop vac to suck out the water. I think I sucked it out the discharge line, just disconnected it and hooked my shop vac up and took two fills and took it outside, dumped it. It was a number 1, it wasn't a number 2, thankfully. I wouldn't hesitate to put this in my own house. I would not put it in a rental house. This job that I have coming up should be maybe the second half of October, where you see me make ready or flip a house to raise the rent by $500. Now one thing that would really benefit the value of that house and how much it rents for is putting a second bathroom to go with that basement bedroom. So you would have 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. You could easily raise the rent another $1,000. It'll also help when you go to sell the house. If you got 2 functioning bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, the house would sell for a lot more money. I do have to thank a subscriber. He's the one who told me about this Sandy-Grind because I was all ready to do some very creative, extensive plumbing to get this thing to drain right. It was not going to be a fun project, but what made it fun was learning about this Sandy-Grind. A lot of people use them. There's not much on social media about them. The only thing I found was maintenance on them, not a real install outside of the manufacturer's install videos. So if you're trying to get a little bit of extra money out of your house when you plan to sell it, and you have a situation where the toilet and drains would be below your main line, check out the Sandy-Grind Pro. They have all sorts of different models. I've spoken in the past about why I chose to raise the floor in the bathroom as opposed to keep the floor down and use the Sandy-Grind toilet. Because every video I saw, there was no water in the bowl and it was going to cause a mess. But you got to dig deep into the forums, the plumbing forums, to find people who report the skid mark problem with the Sandy-Grind toilet. Hey, what's up? If you got any questions, put those down in the comments below. We're going to start a whole new series of videos. We're done with this bedroom for a while until the oak comes in, until the oak doors come in from China. They're Chinese solid core oak doors. I don't know if they even have oak trees over there, or do we ship them over there? They make the doors and then ship them back? I'm not sure. But that's to come in the future for this bedroom. Also, there will be the videos where the closet gets built out. But for right now, it's done. It's done, and we're moving on to some different content. Hats, shirts, still in production. Still in production, haven't been shut down. Supply chain's been keeping up. Everybody's been getting their orders on time. So if you're interested in getting a caulk gun shirt or hat, and I got a couple other interesting things on the website, you might want to click that link down below. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Did you say goodbye? Can you give me 5? You're such a slow mover today, Polly. Yeah. What's up with your eye? Did you get something in your eye? It's all watery. Do you scratch it? Chasing squirrels again? All right. I'll go get it checked out.